Again, because if we are gentle, we let the world experience a little of what Christ is like. Are you gentle to your spouse, to your relatives, to your friends, and most importantly, to your enemies? Are you gentle? Go to Colossians, please. Colossians chapter 3. Colossians chapter 3 verse 12 says, "So as those who have been chosen of God, holy and blameless." So basically he's talking to Christians. For you believers, put on a heart of compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. It says put on gentleness. The word put there means clothe yourself. It's like putting on clothes. It's like wrapping yourself. And there, the verb of put means it is a command. God is commanding you and me to be gentle. I never realized that. That being gentle is a command of God. And when I'm not gentle, I'm sinning. I never knew that. And the fact that the word put there is in the middle voice, it means what? It is my responsibility to be gentle. That I will be held accountable by God to be gentle. Know for sure that God wants us to be gentle, and it is commanded of us to be gentle. Are we? Go to 1 Timothy chapter 6, please. First Timothy chapter 6, verse 11 tells us, "But flee from these things, you men of God, and pursue righteousness, godliness, faith, love, perseverance, and gentleness." So not only is it a command of God, it is also an exhortation of God for us to pursue. The word pursue means strive after. To chase. You have to chase for that. You have to strive to be gentle. It is striving after, it is chasing after with the intent of being able to catch it. Very few of us have that trait of being gentle. That's why God tells us to put it on, to chase after it. Now the question is this: what is being gentle? Now if God commands us to be gentle, and that we are to clothe ourselves with gentleness, and that we are to pursue that, what is it? Now, honestly, when I was studying this, everybody, in fact, there's none in my research that could pin down a direct definition of what gentleness is. That's why nahirapan ako ng konti. It seems to be an easy thing, but there was none that would define it clearly. But everybody was giving the implication of it. So the different facets of it. Realize that when Paul was saying to the Philippians to be gentle, that trait of gentleness then was not something that people are, it's not an admirable trait. Why? People always believe, no, you have to stand on your own. You should be ready to fight. You should not, sa Tagalog parang parang softy ang dating eh. Pag gentle ka, parang babaklain ka. Parang masyadong mahina, masyadong kang gentle eh. Medyo dapat konting tapang, konting lakas. But that's not really what it means. But people have that mentality that if you're gentle, people will step on you. And that you will be a pushover. But if you think of it, being gentle, you need to be strong. Be able to handle your emotions. Sabi nga eh, funny, men are called what? Gentlemen. Tama, maganda naman yung term, no? Gentlemen. So, we, men, should be gentle, gentlemen. But the problem nga is a lot of people when they think of gentle, they think of what? A sheep. A sheep, medyo gentle yan. They don't think of a wolf. They think of puppies. They think of koala bears. Oh, very gentle, very harmless, di ba? Very safe to play. They don't think of tigers, lions, wolves. Now, the idea of gentleness, which we are to acquire, first is gentleness is free from harshness. If we are to be gentle, we are to be free from harshness. Meaning what? Harsh words, harsh tones, harsh actions. Sometimes we say words and we use painful words, harsh words. That's not being gentle. Sometimes we say nice word but in a harsh tone. That's not being gentle. Sometimes we say nice words but with a very bad posture. Mukha kang galit. That's not being gentle. To be gentle is free from any semblance of harshness. And I can imagine now the fight of Judea and Syntyche. Very harsh. Because they were the one being reprimanded here. And all the church in general are telling to be gentle. And I can imagine the harsh words and the harsh tones that was happening between Judea and Syntyche. Nothing theological, as I mentioned, right? Because if there was something theological, then Paul would have corrected it. It was just a sharp tongue, probably, that caused the fights. The second trait of being gentle is able to control oneself when provoked. Able to control oneself when one is provoked. Galitin ka ba? Mabilis ka bang uminit ang ulo? Being gentle is being able to control your emotions. Thirdly, and most of the commentators that I've read and most of the interpretations that I saw has a heavy weight on this third implication. Does not insist in the rights of the law. The heavy weight is in that definition. Does not insist on the rights of the law. Meaning what? It's my right. Yung ayaw lang patalo, lagi gusto nila sila panalo. In an argument, at the end of the day, they have to win the argument. They're not willing to step back down. A gentle person is willing to step back and back down as long as no moral issues is concerned. Pero kung pinag-aaway nila tilapia for dinner, come on. Step down. Relax. Be gentle lang. Chillax. But normally, we want our way. We want to win all the battles and all the wars. And when God tells us to be gentle, He's telling us, first, don't retaliate. Manage your emotion. And second, come on, give it up. You don't have to win that fight. You don't have to demand all the rights. But it's my right, Bob. It's my right. I'm first in the line, but siya sumingit. Eh, wala. Nagmamadali. We have this thing with my wife and my kid. If I see a car rushing or cutting, I tell myself, and aloud with my family, ay, naiihi lang yan. Gusto na umuwi. Wala lang. I was make a line. So what? Muna ka na. The Bible tells us to be gentle, willing to give up our rights for others. That's why, di ba, in Philippians chapter 3, think others as better than yourself. So let them pass. Let them go ahead. Let them have their way. On matters. And you know, I don't know between husband and wife who will abuse it, right? But you know, both of them should be equally gentle to one another. Give and take is what is required. Aristotle, in his writing, gives the idea of strict justice, the willingness to be magnanimous, willing to let other people malamangan sila. Ang mga hindi gentle ay magpalamang sa buhay. And they fight for it. Point is, Christ is not like that. Christ described himself to be gentle. And Christ is commanding us, be gentle, Bobby. Ako, I'm ultra guilty. And I feel bad. I don't know if this is the thing. Last week, our message is to reconcile, right? Don't fight, reconcile. Guess what? After X number of months, I had a quarrel with my wife. I can't believe it. After giving a message of live in harmony, a discussion with my wife, I can't believe it. What's up with that? And we seldom quarrel. We really seldom. But by God's grace, we're able to reconcile. I was telling my wife about it. I can't believe this is happening. After giving the message, and And today naman, I'm preparing, right, for this mental, I'm preparing for this message of being gentle. And I think for the first time in, how many years did I raise my voice? When's the last time I really raised my voice?
1, 2 years.
Huh?
It's been long.
Been longer. 3-4 years. I raised my voice to my son yesterday. Inatati ko tomorrow. I mean, I seldom raise my voice, but I raised my voice yesterday. I told them, not to go to the specific, I told my son, do this. Right? He did not do it. I said, son, naliligaw na kami. Do this, anak. He doesn't want to do it. Then I said, anak, do this. Hindi pa rin, nawawala pa rin kami. Basically, I was telling him, follow the ways. Hold the way, just follow it. In the meantime, he's playing with it. And the driver is just driving. Dapat nag-driver tayo doon ah. Then I told him, anak, can you just look at it? Can you look at the phone and just follow? Then, after that, nawala na naman kami. What's wrong with this? Anak, follow the phone. On the fourth time, I raised my voice. Anak, what's wrong? But no excuse. I said sorry to my son. Son, anak. So, first of all, I'm sorry for raising my voice. Mas kung saan naman, sana makuha kasi isa, dalawa, tatlo. Sabi, no? We have to get lost a lot of time before you follow. But, but still, no excuse, right? I feel bad because nga, I said, oh man, of all times,